For today's classic lash set, we'll be getting really creative on each layer to create a dark and textured result. My model Acacia has a crazy amount of natural lashes and layers, making her the perfect candidate for a classic set. So get this, we normally do mega volume for Acacia because she loves the look of having big dramatic lashes. But the main reason is because she said she loves how it gives her a darker lash line. So I asked her if I could challenge myself by giving her a classic set, but still give her the dark lash line that she loves. So as I had mentioned, Acacia has a lot of lashes and upwards to 6 layers. You can see that I'm using my finger to gently lift the skin upwards ever so slightly and massaging the eye back and forth to expose all of those layers. And I'm also looking at the amount of layers on her inner and outer corners to see where they sit along the lash line. The reason I'm checking these areas is because they can totally alter the result of our set. So for example, Acacia's inner corner lashes sit with the middle and top layer. So those lashes look like they're sitting a little higher up on the eyelid than the bottom layer, meaning that if we use too strong of curls or too long of lengths on those lashes, we would really be exposing that skin underneath near the waterline, and the lashes would kind of look like they're floating. So to avoid that, I'm gonna use a softer curl on those inner corner lashes so that the extensions point downwards to make them look like they're in line with the bottom layer. Also, just from checking out that bottom layer, you can see that most of her lashes are pointing downwards, meaning that if we use a softer curl like C curl on those lashes, it would actually obstruct her view. So to give her the darker lash line that she's wanting and avoid obstructing her view, we're gonna work with a stronger curl, which will be D curl, and that will keep those lashes looking lifted. And I'll be using shorter lengths along the base to add additional darkness. So for the top layer, I'll be working with lengths 8 to 15, starting with a C curl on the inner corners, then transitioning to CC curl to begin adding lift towards the center of the eye. And then we'll be using a mix of D and DD curl on the outer corners to add more lift. The reason why I'm using a 15mm on that top layer is because she has so much space between her lash line and her eyebrows, so these lengths will complement her nicely. Then for her middle layer, I'll be bumping my lengths down by 2mm for extra texture. As for my diameters, I'm working with a mix of 0.12 and 0.15. Although Acacia's lashes are looking long and strong, everyone does have at least a few finer lashes along their lash line, so I'll be using 0.12 on those. If you don't have any 0.12s in your lash cart, I highly suggest having these on hand so that you don't have to skip lashes in between. I'm just gonna stay on the side of caution because I haven't done a classic set on her, so I wanna see how these 0.15s wear on her. Also, just for fun, go ahead and drop a sparkle emoji down in the comments below if you have clients that still love to get classic sets. When she comes in for her fill, if she wants to go more dramatic and those 0.15s are growing out nicely and there's no damage, then I would add a few 0.18s and then reassess at her next fill. So if you are ever curious of how to determine which weights to use, I suggest steering on the side of caution and reassessing at every fill. So that's what I'm going to be doing for her. Now let's go ahead and bring this classic set to life. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell so you can be notified every time we post new educational content. Thanks for watching.